Hello, everybody. This is Wrestling Rampage. Make sure that you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Wrestling Rampage 2. Follow us on Twitter at Wrestle Rampage. Hit that subscribe button because we have other great videos coming to you guys. I'm Joey.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Thomas.
And right now we're going to be doing the WWE Raw review for April 4th, 2016. Last night was WrestleMania 32 with the Star.
And it was a good show. I'll just put good.
It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest WrestleMania of all time,
but it had good moments.
It had good moments, and so to speak, it didn't go the way that I would like to have it, went. But you could only do so much. So, and everybody's been raving about the Raw right after WrestleMania. Because we had on Friday, we had the NXT TakeOver Dallas, which was awesome.
Yes. It was awesome. It was awesome as shit. I like that one.
Then we had the Hall of Fame on Saturday.
Congratulations to all the Hall of Famers.
And then we had WrestleMania last night, WrestleMania 32. And now we get WWE Raw. And how Raw starts off, and of course they're still in Dallas, by the way. And how it starts off is Vince McMahon comes out and talks about how WrestleMania shattered the all-time record with having over 101,000 people at the AT&T Center, stadium, excuse me, and in Dallas. And he wanted to talk about how bad it feels that Triple H lost the WWE Championship to Roman Reigns, and how Stephanie got in the match and didn't go so well.
No, it didn't.
Didn't go so well for Big Nose Triple H, and it didn't go so well for Stephanie. So, of course, everybody knows by now that Roman Reigns is the new WWE champion, and he said that it didn't go well with that, but he said that it went the way that he wanted to when it was The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon inside the Hell in a Cell. Just for a brief minute here, give us your thoughts on that match, by the way.
Oh, that match was good, especially when Shane took the dive off the cell. That was great.
25 feet up in the air, man. Diving off that cell. I mean, if you watch it, you've seen it shit in slow motion. You could just imagine what he was thinking. But holy hell, I mean, he withstood it. That one tough motherfucker. I swear to God.
It was diving off the cell to do the elbow onto the announce table. The Undertaker moves. One hell of a battle, one hell of a match. And at the end of the match, you see Shane getting carried off with stretcher in hand. Yeah. The big thumbs up. So, and he talks about how the Undertaker destroyed his son, and saying that he got the little envelope that was in the deposit box. So now nothing is hanging over Vince's head at this point anymore. So, and out of nowhere we hear, "Here comes the money," with Shane McMahon coming out.
I don't know. I didn't expect to see him when he fell off the Hell in the Cell. It surprised the hell out of me when I seen him out there. If it had been me, I'd still been in the hospital.
And Vince even says when he sent him, "What are you doing here? You should be laid up in a hospital somewhere."
Exactly.
And I couldn't agree more. And no, Shane wasn't his normal Shane self coming out doing the whole wrist thing and being all hyper. No, he came out there just wobbling out to the ring. Well, not out to the ring, but out to the center of the stage. And all that he wanted to do was come out and shake Vince's hand, because he says that he's the only man in the McMahon family and then he wanted to come out and shake Vince's hand for him being the better man.
Yeah, he gave him the opportunity to to do what he wanted to do. So sorry that it didn't end up the way Shane wanted it. Like I said, I was caught in betweens. I like the Undertaker. I like Shane. It's just too bad that one had to win, the other had to lose. I mean, it was pretty bad, sad for me. But he come out and he backed himself up. He is a man because he come out and hey, you won.
Shook Vince's hand, and then you hear the whole crowd chanting, and then of course the whole crowd was vocal during this whole Raw.
Exactly.
Came out, wanted to, you hear the crowd saying "You still got it" and chanting Shane O'Mac and everything. Rightfully so, he deserved it.
He deserved it.
He laid his life on the line last night at WrestleMania, and came off one hell of a match, one hell of a WrestleMania moment. And Shane's like, no, thank you.
Exactly.
And there goes Shane's going to walk off. Vince says, hold on. And he says, you want to run Monday Night Raw? Get your opportunity. Nobody upstages Vince McMahon.
Yeah, that's what Vince said. No, nobody upstages Vince McMahon.
And so Vince put Shane in charge of Monday Night Raw tonight. And that was pretty much into that segment. Then we go on to, and a good way to kick off Monday Night Raw is for the WWE Tag Team titles. The New Day versus King Barrett and Sheamus of the League of Nations.
Yep. And the other good thing was they had their magical bootio there. So that gave them some luck. But you didn't need luck to take on a guy like Barrett and Sheamus.
That's true.
And the New Day, it was a good match between Barrett and Sheamus and the New Day. But the New Day is still your WWE World Tag Team Champions.
I see that you're begging to say something here.
Yeah, what you gotta say?
What do you guys say?
What do you
One
gotta
more
say?
time. One more time, Pat Patterson's boys did it. Okay. Now, I don't know how anybody else feels about this, but I'm getting sick of this crap. Okay? Now you got the League of Nations coming out there and they lose again. Look, it's getting kind of stale to me. Is that the only tag team there is? This is why I stopped watching Raw a long time ago. It's because everything is shitty. You got these guys out here, which is, I think, Pat Patterson's beating boys. But anyway.
Hold on. I want to interrupt you there. I'm sorry for Pops being booty right now. He didn't have his big bowl of booty cereal. So right now, sorry, he's being booty. We'll go ahead.
I'm sorry, I don't look, but I won't discuss that, what I think. People probably already know if you got a clue. But anyway, I'm getting sick and tired of all that crap. I mean, the League of Nations, come on now.
Pretty much dead in the water.
Yeah, it's getting so damn stale, I can't stand it no more. It makes me just want to walk away. And for God's sakes, they got to be more tag teams out there.
Well, I mean, who else would get title shots? So you gotta look at it this way. Do you think the Ascension deserves a title shot?
Oh no!
They're gonna have the best people in because it's getting to the point of me that I'm gonna stop watching it again. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I mean, I don't know what you people think about it. I mean, maybe you think those boys are talented.
They are.
I'm sorry. I don't. It irks me to see, you know, what the tag team ranks has become in this right here day and era. It makes me sick. You got guys out here coming out there with horns on their heads and always talking about somebody's booty. Well, listen, I ain't no booty guy except girl-wise, but anyway, that's beside the point right now. It just makes me sick, and I'm sorry. I can't stomach it no longer. I mean, something's got to happen, or I'm going back to just saying, hey, you going to watch Raw? No, dude, I got something else better to do. Way better.
Well, do you think it's just the entire WWE in general, or do you think it's just with the tag team division?
I think it's a tag team situations that they have here. I'm sorry, you know, but
I mean, right here on Wrestling Rampage, we always give everybody their shot to talk. Everybody has their own opinions, and you know, your opinion is the. I'll have to agree with you to an extent, but I actually like the New Day, and I think they're actually pretty talented.
Yeah,
it's just I don't really like the League of Nations at all. I think they're just a bunch of fucking mid-carders that they just put together trying to make them a fucking team.
Well, speaking of the League of Nations, old Barrett gets kicked out.
Sheamus gets on the mic and talks, saying that you know that they should be the most dominant team in the WWE.
Which they're not.
Which, to be honest with you, I think the Social Outcast is better than the League of Nations. You have
that's sad too.
King Barrett was the one that took the fall.
Of course,
he was
the one that's always outside.
Yep.
So when they kicked him out of the League of Nations, I wasn't too surprised.
So and Sheamus was talking about how they needed to trim the fat, so to speak, of the League of Nations, get out the odd man out, get out the one who's not doing much, which is King Barrett. Let's just be honest. And they kicked out King Barrett out of the League of Nations. So now it is only Sheamus, Alberto Del Rio, and Rusev. And lo and behold, as soon as they started beating up King Barrett and they threw him outside, the Wyatt family shows up.
Yeah, I want to talk about the Wyatt family.
Go ahead.
The Wyatt family, I feel sorry for them guys, all right? I feel sorry for the Wyatt family because every fucking time they're in something, they fucking destroy them, okay? Unlike WrestleMania last night. Fucking Dwayne fucking Johnson, not The Rock, Dwayne. Fuck you, okay? And fucking Dwayne had to fucking ruin fucking the Wyatt family, and then fucking, and you beat Eric Rowan in 6 seconds. Well, everyone's beating Eric Rowan, Rock. So of course you'll take on the weak link of the Wyatt family. Because that's Dwayne for you. Dwayne. And fucking sick and tired of the way fucking WWE destroys the fucking Wyatt family.
They lose to The Rock.
They lost
to Cena.
Look, they went to WrestleMania. Didn't even have a fucking match, for God's sake. You know, and fucking then they're like, hey, Bray, we need you to do a sketch with Dwayne.
And John.
Dwayne and Hollywood number 2, Cena. So we need you to do some rock bottom. We need you to do some Dwayne bottoms and some Dwayne elbows. And we need you to do the attitude adjustment, whatever the fuck it's called.
Need you to do the 5 moves. That's all Cena knows.
Yeah, so we need you to do the 6 moves of doom too. And fucking, it was the shits. And then they come to Raw and finally get something to do where they fucking get a little bit of fucking momentum back.
They ended up destroying the League of Nations.
You know where they fucking the Wyatts finally get a little bit of fucking momentum back. And I'm tired of the way WWE destroys the fucking Wyatt family. It's fucking sickening.
Well, every time that they need somebody to shit on, it's one of the Wyatts.
It's always the fucking members of the fucking Wyatt family. Like that fucking thing with Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar. Fucking just send the Wyatts out there so Dean and Brock can beat them up with sycamore canes and take a suplex city.
That's pretty
You
much
know,
what
it's
it was.
fucking stupid.
Well, that's
But-
to me. That's
But I'm
like
glad the Wyatts finally got a little bit of fucking momentum in. You know, finally they got a little bit of steam. Probably a little bit of steam like a little fucking Thomas the Tank Engine over there. You know, fucking, that's all they gave them. But at least they gave them fucking something and then fucking getting fucking destroyed by Dwayne. I hate that motherfucker. I'm saying it right here, right now.
well.
But let's get off fucking Dwayne.
I think the Wyatt family, as we all know about the WWE, I to be more frankly, I don't like the WWE. I'm sorry, I don't. Big fucking deal, you know. But
Well,
I
you
just
don't like
think-
the way WWE treats people.
I just think that what talent that they bring in, they bury them. They don't want to give them nothing. And hey, you're not gonna use them the right way. Why fucking get them in the first place? You fucking bunch of fucking morons. Fuck that shit. You motherfuckers. You hell. That's why most of them wrestlers went to Japan. They got respected there.
Then we get.
Well, I enjoyed the Wyatts, you know. But
Vince leaves. Vince
Yeah.
leaves the arena. He leaves Raw, and he says, "Well, that he's going to watch this disaster unfold."
Yeah,
yeah,
to
his
speak.
hotel room.
that's what he said.
Or
He said-
maybe even his limo.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
he said,
Yeah, he goes. The funny thing was, he gets in the
Go,
fucking-
Pedro!
Yeah, he gets in the limo. He goes, "Go, Pedro!" And I was like, "Of course, it's a Mexican that he has fucking driving limo." But anyway, he goes, "Hey, Pedro, let's go." So yeah, they start to head out, and here we come. Commercial break. We come back from a commercial break, and we see "Come to Me," Summer Rae in the fucking ring.
Yeah, she's already in the fucking ring.
Which they gave her a mic who fucking need, which honestly needs anywhere from 5 to 6 years in prison by giving her a fucking mic because she can't speak worth a shit.
That's too light.
And,
5 or 6 years. That's too light. I'm sorry.
And
Fucking
She'll give her
talks-
life.
saying that she
Yeah.
was in the main. She was in a good match. 10-man. That 10 diva tag match was a fucking clusterfuck. Okay,
It was botch after botch after botch, and
And,
it fucking sucked.
and fucking saying, "Oh, if I was in the match where Sasha Banks was, I would have won." I was like, "What, in your dreams? You know, fucking in your dreams."
And
Summer Rae, you ain't even in. You're probably in the last.
We all
place
seen
in the
that
style
match.
division.
The thing that surprised me, you know, it was like, well, it didn't really surprise me. I'll say that most of them spend more time laying on the mat than they did standing up on it.
But you know, Sasha Banks comes out and faces Summer Rae.
Yep.
Bank statement, and Summer Rae gives up like always. You know, and that's the end of that match.
which Summer Rae didn't show anything.
No offense whatsoever, which what she deserves.
So
So that's enough said about Summer Rae.
and of course Sasha Banks just destroys her. So that's
That's
pretty
right.
much it for that.
You need more polishing.
She don't need no polishing. She needs best of luck in your future endeavors.
You gotta give.
Actually, that's a lot of the divas. To
You-
be honest with you.
You got to give. I mean, you got to give some of them a chance. They need more polishing.
Summer Rae don't need no chances. She had 50 million chances.
They need.
She failed. She can't wrestle.
They need somebody in there that can whip them all in shape. Evidently, whoever they got there ain't whipping them in shape the way they should be. But to me, that ain't
They
my
only got a
job
few
either.
good fucking wrestlers.
So
And then we get the Raw debut of the NXT sensation, which got his debut at NXT Takeover Brooklyn in Apollo Crews.
Yes.
Which we talked about Apollo Crews before.
I like Apollo Crews.
We love Apollo Crews. Well, Pops doesn't know that much about him because he
don't watch
seen him wrestle.
NXT very much.
And he doesn't watch NXT that much, but I love Apollo Crews. I think he's one talented individual.
Oh yeah.
Can do things in the ring that a bigger man his size cannot do. Well, it shouldn't be able to do. And I think he's a great talent. I just didn't think he was going to make it on main roster this soon, so to speak. But he has his Raw debut against another NXT superstar who came to the WWE not too long ago in Tyler Breeze,
Yeah.
the Prince of Pretty.
But the thing was, their match at NXT, Tyler Breeze and Apollo Crews, when they had their match in NXT, it was a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
But here they had to shorten it.
Yeah, it was what, like 5 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
Not even that.
But Apollo Crews showed he still had a great talent, you know. Hit him with that spinning power bomb and then done the front flip, which was a good move. The flip moonsault, whatever the hell you want to call it. And hit him with that spinning power bomb. And to me, he had a pretty good debut. Well, good guy to get over on Tyler Breeze because Tyler Breeze knows him very well. So they
Good chemistry together.
You know, they put him in the ring with Tyler Breeze, so that was a good choice.
I see that you're wanting to talk about this Apollo Crews.
It was a squash match. Let's just admit that.
Yeah, it was.
And
and I mean, because we discussed things during Raw a lot, and you were telling us that Apollo Crews only did like 3 or 4 moves.
3 or 4 moves,
which he did, but I mean,
they were effective. So you know, now my boys here, they are encyclopedias in wrestling. They've been watching it from the time that me and their mothers carried them to the wrestling shows. But people got to understand me. You see, I'm old school. I like the old school wrestling. And some of the new, it's pretty good. But like I said, I just got back to watching wrestling not too long ago. So if you guys get upset by the things I say, I can't help it. I'm old school. I believe in telling you what it is and what it ain't. Sorry.
Well, let's get to the next one.
We get the Roman Empire coming out.
Yeah, this was the least thing of Raw that no one cared about.
Yeah,
and of course he gets booed out the building like he did at WrestleMania.
Which I mean, the thing is, I mean, I hear a lot of people talk about how bad the crowd is after WrestleMania and stuff. Listen, they
have a legit reason.
Most people don't like Roman Reigns.
I don't.
I mean, there are some people that do, but there are a lot of people that do not. I'm sorry.
I don't like them.
The whole white face, white baby face fucking thing is over with, okay? Nobody gets over that way anymore.
Yeah, I hate Roman Reigns. I just hate him because, to me, he sucks. To me, his moveset sucks. His gimmick sucks. His fucking shitty vest sucks. His fucking greasy hair sucks. His fucking tattoos suck.
He's gonna get down to his underwear here in a minute.
Everything about Roman Reigns to me fucking sucks. That's just me.
I don't like Roman Reigns for the simple fact of
I'm sorry.
He's getting pushed to the moon
and don't deserve it.
Don't deserve it in
almost like someone else, which we'll get to here in a minute.
Yes, we're gonna get to that here in a minute. But he's getting pushed to the moon. Because of his family lineage.
Let's be honest.
And it's just kind of ridiculous that they think pushing this guy down everybody's throat is going to get the guy over. It's not going to get the guy over. It's going to rebel.
You see, John Cena, I don't like John Cena that much, but I respect the man because he worked hard to get where he was.
Mm-hmm.
Even with his 5 moves.
Even with his 5 or 6 moves of doom, he worked hard to get where he was.
And Roman Reigns comes out, talks about how he beat Triple H's ass at WrestleMania,
which he wasn't that big of a beating.
To be honest with you, I didn't give 2 shits about that match. Either way, it was a fuck match anyway.
That match was boring. You could tell.
I'd rather watch paint dry.
If I was in the AT&T Stadium while that match was going, I would already beat the traffic home. Because that's how much I didn't care about that fucking match, to be honest with you. The main event should have been Shane and Undertaker, to be honest with you.
And Roman Reigns talks about he beat Triple H's ass and that he was going to that if anybody wants a shot at him and his WWE World Heavyweight Championship, come down to the ring and take it.
At least there's one thing I could say. Roman Reigns, he was being a fighting champion, but that ain't anyone can do that. Fuck Santino Marella even can do that when he was Intercontinental champion. I'm just saying. You know,
Hulkamania.
That's right.
But and who accepts that challenge? Who was the person to come out? Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho.
A 6-time world heavyweight champion, the first and only undisputed heavyweight champion of all time.
You can say that.
And you know, a 9-time intercontinental heavyweight champion. His credentials speak for himself. He's a relatively candidate to be in the title picture.
Yes.
Chris Jericho comes out, says that you know, tells Roman that if anybody here deserves a shot, it's me.
That's right.
Which I have no doubt that Jericho deserves a shot. And then the sad part was that the crowd, you know, once again, just heckling everybody, and Chris Jericho and in heel Jericho fashion tells the crowd to shut the hell up. And you know, we hear AJ Styles' music.
Yes. And he says he wants to be
the phenomenal one.
He wants to have a match with Roman Reigns and be number one contender for the world title.
Here comes KO, Kevin Owens.
Here comes Kevin Owens, the prize fighter, Kevin Owens. Here he comes.
The former WWE Intercontinental Champion.
And then here comes Sami Zayn.
That's right.
Ole, 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 ole. Here he comes. You know, and then
and all of them won a shot at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Right when Zayn got in there, we got a big scrap.
Oh yeah, of course, the straightaway Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn scrap, the punches to the face.
And then Jericho and Styles got into a little scrap.
That's right, and Zayn threw Owens outside.
Yep.
Looks at Roman Reigns, and the one thing that pisses me off about Roman Reigns is when AJ Styles came out, he started laughing.
Yeah.
When Sami Zayn came out, he started laughing. You don't take any challenge lightly.
Yeah, like what, Roman?
That's an easy way to get beat.
Hey, Roman, here's the thing. Are you mad because they're more talented than you?
I would say they are.
And Roman Reigns, you suck, buddy. You fucking blow. I'd rather I'd rather go back to 1994 Kevin Nash as world champion.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah, I'd say it.
Okay.
Well, and Zayn throws Owens outside the ring. Looks at Roman Reigns.
Jumps over on
Does
Owens,
the poncha.
And then Styles gets thrown out of the ring by Jericho. And of course, Roman Reigns
has to have the last shot in.
And of course, in fucking spears Jericho, probably the worst spear I've ever seen in my life. Disrespect to the man right here, Edge. Just saying it right here, right now. And disrespect to Goldberg even.
He spears Y2J, Chris
you know,
Jericho.
Spears Chris Jericho. You know, and of course,
but pretty much acting like he fucking demolished all these guys, which the only thing he fucking did was a spear.
Spear.
And
spear
then he
Jericho.
fucking left like a little bitch.
Yeah, and he left like a little wuss.
You know, that's all right. You know, you people, if you like Roman Reigns, that's fine.
That's fine. It's just our opinion. We don't
I don't care. Okay. But I think it's awful disrespectful, you know, for you to look at other stars and laugh at them because they're not
not your size.
They're not your size, or they never been with the company before.
You know, look at Rey Mysterio. You know, he won the world title. You know, look at Eddie Guerrero.
Who Kevin Nash called a vanilla midget.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look at all that, you know, and Roman Reigns is here laughing about all these guys, laughing at Sami Zayn and AJ Styles when they come out saying, they're worthy of me for a title match.
We don't just contain ourselves to WWE. We go far beyond WWE. We like all kinds of wrestling federations. Yeah. We just don't stick ourselves right there in that moment. But folks do. And that's why they don't know the upcoming stars that come on that right there show. sometimes they get treated like shit. And it just galls my ass. I can't fucking stand that shit.
And
that's pretty
then
much it for
Shane says that there'll be a fatal 4-way match. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, and Chris Jericho. Number 1 contenders match for the world title.
Here we go. Then we get the winner of the non-fucking bullshit award that means nothing, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal for 2016.
Baron Corbin.
The winner, Baron Corbin. He comes out, cuts a promo saying that if anybody gets in his way, it'll be the end of their days.
And here comes Dolph Ziggler.
Here comes the Zigzag Man. Comes out, and they had a decent match.
Yeah, they had a decent match until the double count out.
Yes, Baron Corbin takes Dolph Ziggler over to the over the barricade and to the trash cans, and so to speak, throws him into the trash cans.
And
gets
then
a
they
double
get
count.
counted out, and then Corbin looks at the referee. It's on you. It's like, how's it on Two Cold Scorpio's brother there? Then fucking Baron Corbin hits the end of days on Dolph Ziggler, and that's the end of that.
And that was pretty much the end of that. I'm not a big fan of Baron Corbin.
I like Baron Corbin.
I don't. What do you think about Baron Corbin?
To tell you the truth, guys, I don't know that much about him.
He's the lone wolf. He don't need nobody.
But
the only thing I like about him is his move, the end of days. That's about it.
See, Baron Corbin's a lone wolf. He don't need nobody.
That move, I think it's fucking awesome. I mean, I really do. But I don't know that much really about him. But
let's just be honest. All the participants that was in that battle royal was the shits anyway. At WrestleMania 32.
Yeah. Well, to cut it all short, he's right. Fuck it. You know?
All it was,
Shaq was going to win that motherfucker.
Yeah, fucking Shaq ain't gonna do shit.
Go back doing pre-shows for the NBA, Shaq.
To tell you the truth, it was just, I'm sorry,
it was just a filler.
Boring.
Yeah,
it was
boring.
It was just so goddamn stale that you just.
It was just people that didn't have a match at WrestleMania.
You were just waiting for it to hurry up and get over.
All it was people that didn't have a match at WrestleMania.
Then we get Zack Ryder, who became the WWE Intercontinental Champion last night at WrestleMania.
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
Really? All the people in that fucking match, and you choose fucking Zack fucking bearded Ryder, who don't deserve it.
Zack Jobber Ryder gets the fucking
Intercontinental cheering. You deserve it. What the fuck does he deserve? All he deserves is to be on the fucking Battle Royal where he belongs.
I was so pissed seeing Zack Ryder fucking become Intercontinental Champion. I was
hate
pissed.
Zack Ryder. He needs to go back to fucking jobbing.
Anybody in that match besides Ryder and Sin Cara deserved the fucking belt.
And
anybody in that match besides fucking Sin Cara and Zack Ryder.
And fucking Zack Ryder cuts a promo about him and Razor Ramon. Shows a picture looking like a little monkey boy. And gets a picture of Razor Ramon, and then he shows him and Razor Ramon holding his Intercontinental Championship, and then he goes to Superman Daddy, and then says, "Thank you, Daddy, for taking me to MSG. Thank you." And then finally, here comes the Miz. Thank God.
My daddy.
Then finally, here comes the fucking Miz. Thank God to ruin that shit. And then fucking the Miz goes, "If you're such a man, there, Mr. Ryder, won't you stop being a fluke and face me for the Intercontinental Championship and prove to these fans it ain't a fluke," which it was. I'm sorry.
He had the luckiest, biggest fluke of all time.
Yes, it was a fucking fluke.
Winning against 6 other people in a ladder match at fucking WrestleMania in pretty much the biggest attendance record of all time.
It was a fucking fluke. And when the Miz says, "Won't you challenge me?" and Zack Ryder said, "I accept," I was like, "Thank God." And then I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
So we have a WWE Intercontinental Championship match, and the Intercontinental Champion Zack fucking Ryder, Jobber Ryder, versus the Miz.
Yes. I'm sorry to you, Zack Ryder fans. Woo woo woo! I hate that motherfucker. I really do. He fucking sucks. And what the fuck with his broski shit? What the fuck is that dumb shit? And I hate Zack Ryder. I've always hated Zack Ryder. I always hate Zack Ryder. I just don't like him. And then fucking The Miz, you know.
Testify.
Then The Miz. Then here comes his fucking daddy to get involved.
Yeah, on the outside.
Like, why the fuck does Superman need involved for it with his fucking glasses? Okay? And he's distracting The Miz when he's trying to win the Intercontinental Championship from your son that don't even fucking deserve it. Go back to the internet. Zack Ryder.
And Zach's dad pushes Miz.
In which he should have been ejected right there.
Yeah, okay. And I want to clarify this. Anybody else that gets involved in any type of wrestling gets ejected from the building.
Which he should have.
But weak ass Zack Ryder's daddy gets fucking not ejected. He just gets to sit there and enjoy
that's
the
not
fucking
right.
show, so to speak.
And then here comes Maurice, slaps the wrinkles off of him, which I love, by the way. I enjoyed.
And then you see Zack Ryder go.
I enjoyed when Maurice slapped the shit out of his wrinkly ass.
And if you guys don't know, Maurice was a former WWE Divas champion.
And the wife of The Miz.
And she is the wife of The Miz. And I don't see how The Miz's goofy ass got that, but apparently he did.
And the thing that looks so pretty.
Miz got money.
And the thing that looks so pretty was The Miz eating Skull Crush finale on fucking Mr. Woo 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 and getting the 1, 2, 3. I fucking popped.
He did pop.
I fucking popped.
Yeah, he went absolutely nuts.
I fucking popped when Zack Ryder lost. I proved it to everybody that his title reign was only going to last one fucking day.
That's what he said at WrestleMania. He goes, I hope that motherfucker loses the belt the next night on Raw. And he loses the belt.
And he lost
and it
the
happened.
belt.
I mean, it just
Raw.
happened just like that.
And you know what? On SmackDown, he gets a rematch. And guess what? He's going to be introduced to Skull Crushing finale for the fucking second time.
And just to clarify this, he doesn't like The Miz.
I don't.
He doesn't like The Miz. I like The Miz a little bit. He would rather see The Miz as Intercontinental Champion than Zack Ryder.
Yeah. Yeah, I really would.
But like we said, SmackDown, they're going to have another Intercontinental Championship match between Zack Ryder and The Miz. You can go and watch that on SmackDown this coming Thursday on the USA Network at 8 p.m. For the Central fans.
That's right.
But, yeah, we see the return of Maurice. So, don't know if maybe this was just like a one-trick pony that she just showed up for the show.
Or is she going to be a manager?
If she's going to be the manager of The Miz, or if she's going to be coming back to wrestling competition. Nobody knows. We'll see how that goes, though. Yeah. But, I mean, Maurice was okay at best. Wasn't the greatest. Wasn't the best. Wasn't the worst either.
No, I've seen worse in that era.
Yeah, but, you know, she was okay, I guess. But
and here's another thing. Don't forget the Vaudevillains.
Yes.
Make their debut on SmackDown as well.
The Vaudevillains.
To me, I don't like them. But
Frank Gotch and Simon. Fuck, I think I fucked up their names. But anyway.
Aiden English and Simon Gotch.
That's who it is. Simon Gotch and Aiden English makes their debut. The Vaudevillains will make their SmackDown debut. So make sure you guys check that out on SmackDown along with the IC title shot.
Yes.
So, I mean, SmackDown is not going to be too bad. So, I mean, if you guys want to watch SmackDown, watch it. Sounds pretty good. Then we get inside the ring. We get all the divas are inside the ring, and it is to present the WWE new Women's Championship. To Charlotte.
Can I talk about this women's title?
And hold on a second. Lita was there to give the award, the new championship, the WWE Women's Championship, to Charlotte.
The Hall of Famer.
Yes, Lita's a Hall of Famer. And, yeah, if you want to, you can go
I want to talk about this Women's Championship. I like the concept of them having a Women's Championship, but could you all try a little bit of a better goddamn title? Instead of making it look like the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
I'm all for having a women's championship belt, but it looks exactly like the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
It does.
Like you couldn't. The only thing that's different is the main plate is red,
Yeah.
and the fucking strap is white, and that's the only fucking difference. And I'm just sitting there like, couldn't you guys make a better fucking design? Maybe?
I would have accepted pink or something. God damn.
You know, I mean, I'm finally glad you got rid of that butterfly piece of fucking shit. But I mean, you guys could have tried a little bit harder to make this fucking belt look fucking different.
Decent, you know,
and
make it not look like shit.
you know, I'm not a big fan of the way of the belt design, but I'm glad that they actually have a women's championship instead of a divas championship.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Now, will that necessarily change the term of divas to women wrestlers?
Yeah, if it does, that's awesome.
Or are they going to keep being called divas? I don't know. I mean, they do have that stupid ass show on E! Total Divas.
Oh yeah.
Are they going to call it Total Women?
Total Women. They might. You never know.
Might. I mean, they're putting anything on TV these days.
And Charlotte comes out with her daddy.
Yeah, of course, he does the same thing he usually does.
Go ahead and show that for us. Yeah, she comes out with her daddy, and then she comes out and she accepts the new WWE Women's Championship. And
as you can tell, Becky Lynch had a shiner.
Oh yeah, Becky Lynch got fucked up in that match. She had a black eye and had tape over it. I mean, it looked pretty bad. And all the divas were in the ring, and Charlotte's talking about. Well, at first she was actually giving props.
Yeah,
she gave props to the divas in the ring. She gave props to the fans. She gave props to a lot of the other people that have helped build this revolution to women's wrestling instead of divas.
Yeah.
And
everyone was cheering for Bayley.
Everybody was chanting for Bayley to come out, and you hear Michael Cole on commentary. Well, Bayley ain't here. Well, of course she ain't there, motherfucker. And first of all, nobody wants to hear you talk either, Michael Cole. All right.
And I definitely don't want to hear you, Byron.
Oh yeah, Byron. Find somebody. They need a better commentary team on fucking Raw, and I'm not kidding. They just need to revamp all of them.
Yes. Like, I like that Morrow. I really do. Put him on Raw. Actually, put Byron on Main Event as Superstar so that no one watches.
And she was talking about, and then she started saying that she wanted to thank her dad. And if you guys know what happened at WrestleMania 32, Ric Flair
interfered again.
Yeah, Ric Flair got involved and held Sasha Banks down. So Charlotte could put the figure 8 on Becky Lynch, and so Daddy Dearest, old rickety Flair out there,
and then we get
had to do that.
And then Charlotte,
I see that you're begging to say something.
You damn right.
Go ahead.
Listen, you know, I like Charlotte. I like her daddy. I always respected Ric Flair, still do at this moment in time. He's doing exactly what any father would do. He's doing exactly what any father would do. And let me tell you something. She's getting heat. That's what she wants. You're a bad guy. You're a bad guy or a bad girl. You want heat. Well, who can give you any better heat? Do what makes you get heat. That's the point. When you play a bad role in wrestling, you want the fucking heat so goddamn bad. People hate your guts. That makes a damn good wrestler. The heat. Damn, nobody wants a fucking good dude. You got dozens of them. They need somebody with heat. Charlotte's getting the heat. That's what makes it great. Fucking dumb morons.
I just don't really think Charlotte's all that great. Don't get me wrong, she could be a pretty good heel, but I just don't think she's all that great.
There's a lot of them that I don't think is great.
There's a difference in her and her dad. Her dad was a great wrestler and a great heel at the same time.
She's just a great heel.
She's just a great
talent.
Well, you know,
I don't think she has no talent. I think she has the fundamentals down. It's just she hasn't really developed it.
It takes time.
Once again, they did make their debut on the main roster around SummerSlam. So I mean, she's only been in the WWE for
a year now.
Not a year yet, maybe 7 or 8 months. So I mean, it's it takes a little time to get polished. I understand that, but
well, and then we get to this.
All the divas started leaving the ring at that point because she was just rambling on, and Natalya gets on the mic
and tell her that she needs to learn some respect. And I have to agree with Natty there.
Respect is earned. Remember that.
Natalya deserves respect. I'm sorry.
Well, do you think Natalya deserves respect? She's been there pretty much the longest out of all of them.
And besides, that's what the point I'm getting to. WWE don't know how to use her right. How do you think about that?
And
do that.
She had a good match with, like she said, a good match with Charlotte at Roadblock.
It's making me sick, people. I'm sorry. It makes me want to throw up.
She had a good match with Charlotte at Roadblock
and Charlotte had to say that this is the reason why the Flairs are superior to the Hearts.
Yeah.
Pissed Natalya off.
Then she tries to sharpshooter, and of course, Daddy Dearest once again
had to save the day.
Daddy Dearest had to make the save again.
He does that.
The
heat. Remember what I said about heat?
Well, see.
That's heat, people. If you don't know what fucking heat is, then you just seen it. If you watched it, you'll see it. That's heat. Any bad guy in wrestling wants the fucking heat so goddamn bad they want to kill you. That's a fucking goddamn good wrestler there.
Then we get a tables match between pretty much a rematch, except for the tables, with the Dudley Boys versus the Usos.
Yeah.
And
fucking Usos. I showed you what I felt about them. The Usos, them beating the Dudleys at WrestleMania was the shits. And I'm glad.
Which it was on the pre-show where half the building wasn't even there yet.
Yeah, and the Dudleys finally got their retribution. But the Usos jumped off the table first, and of course they rung the bell.
Yeah, they fucked up on her all.
And then Bubba was pissed off. Are you stupid? Ring the bell. Now you can ring the bell after you threw something through a fucking table. Now you can ring the bell.
So there was a big botch on that part.
Yeah, and I'm glad the Dudleys won that. That's all I got to say about that. Glad the Dudleys won.
Same.
Bubba just answered the question that are you stupid?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's just getting awful. I'm sorry, people.
I enjoyed the botch. It made me laugh.
The concept of a table match is to put your opponent through a table,
not
their own momentum to go through a table.
You got to put them through a table. Their own momentum, that's nothing. Oh God.
But
I don't want to. Oh God.
It's funny. It's funny to see the botches. I'm sorry, it kills me.
I tell you what, sometimes I sit there and I watch it. I'm sorry, I really watch it. And their concept just gives me so much of a fucking headache because I'm trying to understand what the fuck they're doing. Jeez.
And then we get another Raw debut from NXT. We get Enzo Amore. Big Colin Cassidy comes out there.
Cutting a promo.
That's right. They cut a promo about the Dudley Boys, which was
really good.
The crowd was behind them.
The crowd was behind Enzo and Cass.
I like Enzo and Cass.
Oh, I do too. I'm glad they're there.
And
only thing I'm mad about they didn't win the NXT tag team titles.
Yes, they did not.
And then they wanted some of the Dudleys, and the Dudley Boys said, "Okay, we'll come down there."
They get on the apron.
And then they get on the apron, take a powder. And Enzo and Cass, that was the end of that.
Which, maybe to set up for a future match between Enzo and Cass and the Dudleys.
Yeah.
Which, I that'd be good. Especially,
help Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, Enzo and Cass being a new team coming into the WWE, and they're going to get,
opportunity to learn from the Dudleys.
Opportunity to learn from possibly
the greatest tag team of all time, the Dudleys.
One of the greatest tag teams of all time within the Dudley Boys, which they can also get heat just by talking. If you go back and watch original ECW, you'll know that for a fact.
You guys, you can be a baby face. A baby face don't have to do much. but it takes a hell of a person to get heat.
Well,
you have to really do it the right way.
Well, to get real heat.
Yeah.
In nowadays terms, there's a way to get heat, and then there's a way to get real heat. Sometimes heat is just because you fucking suck.
Yeah.
And then, then there's times where you can actually get real heat, where you get people to fucking hate you.
Yeah.
So
you see, I was back in the day where he was a bad guy. You were hated. I mean, people would actually want to get a hold of you. People was actually throw things at you. That's heat. That's the heat I'm talking about. And I got to tell you, I loved it because it really showed that they had talent. Jesus.
Then we get a backstage promo with Sami Zayn saying that that he's glad that he that he thought that WrestleMania 32 was going to be the biggest match of his career. That no, tonight on Raw is going to be his biggest match of his career, when he had the Fatal 4-Way match for the #1 contendership for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And out of nowhere, here comes KO Kevin Owens. Starts attacking Zayn.
Yep, powerbomb through the
table.
table, and
messed him up pretty bad.
And Owens ends Sami Zayn there.
Exactly.
He says that's what you get for taking my Intercontinental title and giving it to Zack Ryder, because it's your fault.
Yeah.
He's gonna mention that forever.
And next week on Raw, they're gonna have Dr. Phil as a
like
guest,
anyone gives a fuck.
as a guest star on Raw. Which,
what's
to be
going to
honest,
talk about? Did this traumatize your life? Who gives a fuck about Dr. Phil? Let's go ahead to the main event.
I just want to say one thing. Dr. Phil's going to be the guest host.
Guest star.
Well, whoever he is, I think he's a fucking bunch of bullshit. I don't even think he's a real doctor. He's just got a show. That's just my opinion. Like I said, opinions like assholes. But
that has no meaning. Let's get to the main event.
No, I want to know one thing. Since he's doing that, are they going to put him in the Hall of Fame too?
They might. You never know.
Fuck Dr. Phil. Let's get to the main event.
That's right. We get to the main event of Monday Night Raw for April 4th, 2016. The day after WrestleMania 32, we get the Fatal 4-Way match for the #1 contendership for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And what I'm assuming is the winner of this will maybe go on to face Roman Reigns at Payback.
That's what I'm thinking.
Which is what I'm assuming is what's going to happen. When you have Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Well, before the match, as you guys know, Kevin Owens powerbombed Sami Zayn through the table, so Sami Zayn will not be able to compete tonight, even though he went through worse at WrestleMania, but we won't get into that. So, Shane said, well, no matter, I said it was going to be a Fatal 4-Way match, and that's what it's going to be. And here is the fourth man. And we hear the return of Cesaro from the injured list.
Yes. First guy to come out of the injured list.
Besides Cena.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be the Fatal 4-Way match, #1 contendership for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho versus Cesaro. And what I must say, one hell of a match.
Yeah, it was a great main event. I got something to say about these guys saying, "Oh, Shane was just rooting for the internet people." Well, I'm sorry, that's what Shane's known for. Shane McMahon is hip. Okay, he's not Vince from the 1980s. Okay, he knows what's cool and he knows what's not cool. That's why I like Shane McMahon. He knows what's in and what's out. He knows what's cool, what's not cool. It was him that fucking made WWE go on social media. Mm-hmm. He was the one that told them all about that. But
well, it's not just that. I heard a lot of people on Facebook and on Twitter saying how bad of a job that Shane done tonight.
I say he did a great job.
That there's a reason why he shouldn't be running Monday Night Raw. Well, I'll tell you this. just from the bullshit of all the authority that we've had over the past years, I'm sorry, I got tired of the blatant ass fucking authority promos every goddamn fucking week of Triple H fucking burying talent as usual. Stephanie doing the same thing in the process. Keeping a lot of the people down that deserve shots. You know, and like, do you really think now people want to sit there and bitch and complain, but didn't a lot of people want Roman Reigns to be WWE champion? Well, he's WWE fucking champion, ain't he?
Yeah.
People were fucking bitching about like, do you really think that having Triple H as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion that was fucking increased business? I don't really think it was. What is it, just to give him another fucking title underneath his belt? You know, this is only the first fucking effect of Raw.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't how it's always going to be. You know, Raw, fluctuates all the time. Sometimes there's a shitty fucking Raw. Sometimes there's a good Raw. Sometimes there's fucking an okay Raw. This one, to me, I think it was a pretty good Raw.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Pretty good.
And one hell of a fatal four-way match.
Yes,
for the main
between
event.
Cesaro, Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, and AJ Styles. That was a great fucking fatal four-way match. False finishes galore. Fucking Cesaro with the fucking uppercuts in the corner. And the crowd going, whoa! You know, that's fucking great. If y'all...
To me,
you know,
I think the uppercut thing went on a little too long.
Well, yeah, but it was still fun.
It was fun, but
it's better than seeing what a Triple H blame promo.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Cesaro run corners than fucking see a Triple H blame promo, an authority promo.
And just to sit here and say, Pops called it.
Yes.
Before the match,
He said
Pops called
that
it.
the winner will be AJ Styles, and AJ Styles is the number one contender for the WWE World title.
And how he did it was the only people in the ring at that time was Chris Jericho and AJ Styles. AJ Styles goes for the Styles Clash.
And hits Chris Jericho with it. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles is the number one contender for the WWE World title. He faces Roman Reigns. I'm calling it right here, right now. If they have that match for Payback, I'm going for AJ Styles.
I'm going to go with AJ Styles, too. I'm tired of fucking the majestic horse.
I'm already tired of Roman Reigns, and it's been about a day already.
I'm glad to see that AJ Styles said in his promo that he came there to be WWE champion. I'm looking forward to the match between Roman Reigns and AJ Styles that we're going to be assuming is going to be at Payback, because, there's no reason to give it away for free on Raw or SmackDown or anything like that.
Yeah.
Especially having, a guy like AJ Styles. Roman Reigns
as
in
world champion.
in a big matchup. So, your thoughts on Raw and Shane doing?
It was a good Raw. It was better than fucking seeing a fucking authority promo and every fucking week.
I think it was a good Raw. Listen, Joe's right. Raw fluctuates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some Raws are good, some Raws are shit.
Some
Raws are good, some
and,
Raws are shit.
and sometimes you got different tastes on things.
Yeah.
You're all cutting these nuts off for just one time. I don't think it's right.
Give the man some time.
Give him a little time.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
God,
Yeah.
you gave Triple H Stephanie time, didn't you? You see what happened there? God damn, it can't get any worse than that.
I think Raw was a really good one tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm looking forward to next week's Raw.
Yeah.
I call my man.
Not for Dr. Phil, of course, but for Raw in general.
Minus Dr. Phil, hoping this Raw will be okay.
And I'm looking forward to AJ Styles taking the world title.
And that was the WWE Raw review for April 4th, 2016. The Raw after WrestleMania 32. Some people say it was a failure. Some people say it was okay. I think it was a pretty good one. And I think we're all in agreement that it was a pretty good Raw. And I can't wait for next week's Raw, to be honest with you. So
Minus Dr. Phil.
But yeah, minus Dr. Phil. But make sure that you guys give us a big thumbs up on this video if you like this video. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Wrestling Rampage 2. Follow us on Twitter at Wrestle Rampage. Feel free to shoot us tweets, comments, direct messages. If there's some videos that you would like for us to do, we would gladly take any ideas from you guys. We love hearing from you guys. We love hearing you guys' ideas. We love hearing you guys' predictions and everything. And make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Wrestling Rampage, because you guys have been, phenomenal to us. Thank you so much for you guys' support. Thank you guys so much for, right now I think we're at 191 subscribers. We're trying to hit 200. We're only 9 away, and we want to thank you guys so much for that. So much for that. And Wrestling Rampage is that cream that rises to the top.
The cream of the crop.
And nobody does it better.